I think this is a concrete guy's worst nightmare, running out of concrete. Alright, what is going on everybody? This is Tim Odell with Odell Complete Concrete. Here we are on part 2 of this video series. It's the concrete pour day, and just like you saw, we ran short. Somehow we messed up the concrete calculations, and I haven't done this in a good minute, but it happens once in a while, even to the best of us. And we ran a little short, so we had to eat a short load fee, and man, those short load fees are expensive. But here we are pouring out the concrete slab. We got all of our in-house crew today on this. No extra help from other finishers, since it's a fairly easy slab to finish out. We just got the main crew here, which is my brother Tyler, Shane, Eric, Enrique, and Luis, plus myself. And right now we got Eric and Tyler on the rod, just circling around the main drain in the center, making sure they get the exact slope we need towards that drain in the center of the slab. Because rodding the concrete is probably the most important part of laying down your concrete. If you mess this up, you're just going to have to be working twice as hard when it comes to bowl floating, and then also on the knee boards trying to fix your levels and get them to the levels you need them at. So we almost forgot to tape off all of our drains as well, which would have been a disaster because concrete and drains is not going to mix well. So luckily we taped those off before we got all the concrete to the drains.
There you are.
So we just got done routing around the main concrete slab, and we're working our way down on the back side of the pool decking and home for the main walkway right there. And then we are also going over the main slab right now with our magnesium bowl float. That's actually Ant, or Enrique, on the bowl float. Ant's his nickname. And then right where you see us stopping the pour is where we ran out. We were so close to getting this all finished. I think this is a concrete guy's worst nightmare, running out of concrete. Ooh.
I think you got about there.
Hey Shane, can you help us bring the hose? So we were about 1.5 yards short, so we ended up ordering an extra 2 yards, and I also ended up voting to have the pumper stay longer because I really did not want to wheel extra concrete to the backyard. So for an extra $80, we shot that to the pumper to have him stay a little bit longer so we can pump the rest of the concrete in for us as soon as the second load arrived. And then, man, that short load fee was expensive. I think we paid an extra $700 for 2 yards. That's how expensive those short load fees are. Because with a 10-yard truck, you're going to be looking at like usually $1,800 to $1,900. But when you're short, you still got to pay the delivery fee, which I think they're charging about at a minimum $500 to $600. So we just kind of going over what we do have laid down right now with our magnesium bowl float. Also going over everything with our little funny float. Getting everything nice and flat for this patio slab. Alright, we're in the string line right now. We're going to snap the joint line in. Basically it's from post to the drain in the center to this post. Right aquí, yeah.
Ahí está.
Está.
Wait. Luis. Oh yeah, perfection. Yep. Yeah. That's snap harder. Yeah.
Espérame, suéltale tantito, Luis. Suéltale.
Yeah, you can actually see the salt too.
Flojo. ¿Ya?
Hard to see it on camera, but you can.
Ok. ¿Está? Ahora sí.
¿Seguro? Sí. ¿Yo?
Here's a little technique.
Ahí está.
Ooh, that came out nice actually.
So since none of us could reach out far enough to reach that string line, we got a shovel to lift the string line up and snap it in for us. Nice little technique right there. Yeah, so right now all we're doing is using our cutter. It's a 3-foot cutter to cut in all of our joints where we snapped. So basically on the walkway area against the back of the house, all we did was cut them at the drains, and then we just cut them in between the drains. And then we're cutting right off the corners. Very typical spots where you need them. So right here we're right on a drain. Drains are always crack points. They make a weak point in the concrete. And then we're going right off of the corner of the ending of our concrete to the existing. As you can see, we're also using a steel trowel. And then right here is where we're going to create our cold joint. So after we cut this and use our walking joiner to clean it up, we're going to cut the rest of the excess concrete out. So here we are cleaning it up with our walking joiner. And then the rest of the concrete we're going to cut down and put at the bottom of the slab, just so it doesn't have a weak point at the top surface. So after we did cut in all of our joints, we're going to go back with our walking joiner, clean up all the joints, give it the nice radius edge, makes those joints nice and strong, and then there you go. See how we cut all the excess concrete out and off right at the joint halfway. So once we get the next load in, we're going to just finish right up against that. That's a nice little technique right there. Ant just didn't. He noticed that he needed a little extra cream at the corner of that joint for the edge. So he scraped a little bit and smeared that extra cream in.
Alright, so we just got our second load. It's been about 2 hours since we did the first load. This is already pretty hard, but thank God we got the second load. We can get this down now.
And since we did run short on this job, we were here a lot longer than we were hoping to be. We ended up being here until about 5:30. But in a way, it kind of worked out because the homeowners' kids were all at school, and we would have been done and everything would have been broomed and hard by about 3 o'clock. But since we ran short, this gave the kids actually time to put their handprints in on the little sidewalk by the gate. So around 4 o'clock, they came out and put their handprints in. So now they'll have that forever. So that was really nice for them. Alright, and we're getting down to our last passes on the concrete on the slabs that we at least poured out before that late load. Starting to break out our 50% nylon, 50% horsehair broom. Actually, one of my favorite brooms. A lot of people nowadays, though, they really like that 100% nylon green broom. I don't know if a lot of you guys have been seeing those lately, but a lot of people really like those. I'll tell you what, I'm still a fan of the 50/50.
Got it. Felt like it made you.
Alright, and then here we are, brooming out the slab. That's actually Tyler on the broom right now. Giving it that nice textured finish. Not too rough, but not too light, where you can slip when the slab gets wet.
You guys have like a little water bottle?
Agua?
Yeah, he was actually asking for a little bit of water because it was actually pretty hard at this point. Here's another nice little close-up of us just finishing out the slab with the broom. Yeah, this slab right here came out real nice. Look how clean that broom finishes. Beautiful broom finish right here. So now at this point, we basically have all of the slab broomed out, except for the late load and this little portion of the slab that just seemed to have like a wet spot underneath it. So it's drying a little bit slower than the rest. So we're just waiting on that to dry up a little bit more. And there's the final broom finish for the rest of the slab going in. So here we are, finishing up the late load, getting the final broom finish in. And over by the gate is where the kids put their handprints in. And after we got that broom finish in, this was the final look of the concrete slabs. Nice light broom finish. Everything looks really nice and even. Got a gorgeous sunset since we stayed here so late to finish up the rest of this concrete. This slab was divided nice and evenly in 4 squares. And overall, the job came out beautiful. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure you guys like, share, subscribe, comment any questions you may have about the job. And stay tuned for more Odell Complete Concrete videos. Alright guys, have a good one.